What's going on, my people? Peace, enlightenment, and supreme blackness. This is Grand Kush, A Noon 9 Nupu. This is the channel where we deal with right knowledge, right wisdom, and right understanding. Okay. Where we deal with information concerning our people from a nine-mind perspective. If you're new to the channel, salute, and thanks for showing up. In any case, you have any issues with the information or anything like that, please leave a comment. Please leave a comment. I would like to know what you're thinking. I would like to know how you reason out this information. Sometimes this is a freestyle, right? And sometimes I'll dig in, right, to find information to back up my view. This is dealing with the Indian debates that's going on right now versus the Pan-Africanisms. You know, are we only Indians not connected to Africa? You know, are the black Indians in America, the ancestry, African, blah, 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 etc., etc., etc. Now, whatever you identify with, because you got to be honest, this is what the government really allowed us to do. So when we think about nationality, identification, you know, natural human rights in America, we got to think about some of these organizations that came together, right, to put these laws and things of that nature in place. Like the American Indian falling under the Civil Rights Acts, just like black people in America. Now, when you hear me say original sun people, I'm talking about black people on this planet. Black people with Afro hair on this planet when I say original sun people. I don't like to use the term black people or black because we're not really black. You know, my sweater is black. You've heard this breakdown before. But in the case of electromagnetism, right, then I don't have a problem using black because black is supreme. All colors come out of blackness, if you understand electromagnetism, physics, thermodynamics, basically the energy from the sun. All right, so let's go in. Man, you got a lot of characters today, man. I call them New Age scholars, New Age Google scholars, right? Because I don't think these contestants are even studying, reading books. You know, today's generation is getting a lot of information just off the internet. Now, let's be real and let's keep it a buck. Okay, information in the internet changes. That's why Google watches everywhere you go, right? Because the more information that you put into the internet, that's what you will find, right? That's the only information you will find. You dig what I'm saying? So what do I mean by that? You know, when you stop searching for things that are really meaningful, that deal with this world, living in this world, when you stop searching things that are meaningful or even things that you have learned in school, then the controllers of the internet will, you know, disappear this information, or, you know, there won't be a lot of sites on the information. You dig what I'm saying? When I started dealing with the internet in like the early 90s, seriously dealing with the internet, because in my age, there was a time when there was no internet, right? You had to literally go to the library or go to a bookstore to read books to get up on knowledge, right? It wasn't no internet. And then the internet came, you dig what I'm saying? the internet, the information that was put into the internet, especially by black people, you know what I'm saying? Because, 90s was the era of knowledge. If you look at the 90s hip hop, you understand what I'm saying? You had a lot of um, religious organizations. You can look at them as religious today. They basically fall into Islam. Religious organizations in the 90s, you know what I'm saying, that was popping off. The Nation of Islam. These organizations are still going on today, but, they're not in the forefront like they were in the 90s. You understand what I'm saying? It's almost like it's been a cooling off of the power and push of these organizations and the influence, the positive influences they had on the minds. It's all happened in the 90s. The Nation of Islam, the Black Hebrew Israelites, you know what I'm saying? The Five Percenters, the Nation of Gods and Earths, the Nawapians, you know what I mean? And so forth and so on. Also, just a reformation on, the enlightenment that came out of Africa and reconnecting with African culture. See, in the 90s, even if you thought you was an Indian, niggas wasn't talking about that shit. Okay? You wasn't talking about that shit because it wasn't being pushed through hip hop. You know what I mean? Not to say that you wasn't on your Indian wave or identifying with being an Indian, but you didn't displace being black or being African. Right? So when you look at somebody like a Dane Calloway, it's just that time for that lane to really open. But the lane has always been open if you was true to who you really were, right? So some people follow. It appears that they're leading, but they're really being followers. And what do I mean by that? In this 90s revolution and reformation of higher consciousness, niggas wasn't going against that. I would say niggas probably wasn't a part of it, right? So in the 90s, you had gangster rap as well. Now, coming from Los Angeles, I identify with both. Los Angeles is gangster on one hand and it's revolutionary, black revolutionary on the other hand. You put that together, you got something real powerful if you got your mind right as far as your reasoning. Okay, so I identify with both, but some didn't identify with the positive rap at all. A lot of niggas didn't study. You know what I'm saying? I joined the Nawapian Nation in 1991. And on my journey of getting knowledge and debating niggas back in the day, see, these debates on the internet, these is new wave debates. These not the original debates. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn near right now, y'all looking back on how we debated is like us looking back at the 1960s. I got to realize that too, 2023 and 1991, that's damn near like way back in the day for some of these guys out here, But some brothers, some sisters didn't try. When I mean getting knowledge, that I'm saying being good, right? You trying to be a child of God. When I say, I'm not saying you being positive and getting the knowledge and you still a hood nigga. You know what I'm saying? You still a hood. You still trying to be criminal. Well, a lot of that shit has got a lot to do with how the 90s played out and how this information is coming out today, because niggas is looking to grab onto something to just re-identify themselves again, because they saying like the black shit didn't work. You see, you didn't have right knowledge. You didn't have right knowledge. So, like I said, it's imperative to understand that, you know, you had the drug era going on. You had a lot of shit going on from the 80s to the 90s. Shit, from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and the 90s. You understand what I'm saying? To where we are today. All is to say that, okay, re-identifying yourself or classifying yourself and giving out all the information that you think you need to give out to show motherfuckers that you've re-identified, it don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing, because the re-identification, the reclassification of your ass is political. This shit ain't based on feelings and how you feel. This shit's not based on pictures and what you think you look like. A motherfucker told you, nigga, you was a Negro, you 3/4 of a person. In fact, compared to us, the straight hair colonizers out here, nigga, y'all can't get shit. Okay? Now all that romanticizing, see, they romanticizing the history now, which is, you know what I'm saying, it's really disrespectful. Because these niggas telling you to be Indian, nigga. Do you know what happened to the Indians in America, nigga? Y'all niggas out here like, this is what a 1815 Indian look like. You see the afro? Do you know what happened to the Indians? Do you know what happened to the African Americans? Do you know what happened to the Africans that came over here into this country? See, that's how I know, man. This, you dealing with the next generation and people my age, man. I was born in 1973 when it was hella revolutionary. You dig me? So you gotta know my age. I'm talking about our generation, man. We come on, man. We gotta be true to where we came from, wherever you came from, because we set the trends. We set the trends. You understand what I'm saying? Under the 90s, if you look at the information today, under the 90s, man, a whole lot more information came out that we're not even dealing with today, that we throwing to the wayside. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, when you think of all, so out of the 90s brought the original scholars, so-called scholars, and YouTube, whoever caught that wave 2010 to 2015 was a major wave of YouTube channels coming out, dropping that knowledge. I can name one right now. He's a household name, Sonetter. Okay, I would say a lot of people have jumped on the internet into YouTube and be creating YouTube channels and watching YouTube when it comes down to knowledge because of Sonetter. You understand what I'm saying? Sonetter been doing this shit for a long time. But see, my issue, and we're going to get on the Indian and African debate, my issue, but this is, we got to deal with today. We got to deal with the last 10 years. Right? 2013, you see what I'm saying? The last 10 years, in the last 10 years, a lot of shit has changed. Niggas is on a black Indian wave. You understand what I'm saying? That's like on the late past, because like they saying, they was Indians before they was Africans. They was Indians and they was never Africans. But when have you seen a black Indian push in America? I'm talking about niggas coming together like they came together for George Floyd. On some, oh, we not even niggas no more. We not even Africans. Don't even classify us. We black Indians. All them black people that came together, they come together as black Indians. Anytime there was any type of black people coming together for an issue, a wrong done to us in society, anytime that we've come together, when do we come together as black Indians? See, now you got the voice to do so. You can do a video, you can upload that bitch. And then whoever hear it. But Imagine being able to do that without the medium of the internet. You really gotta goddamn be a foot soldier. Flyers. Walk the streets. Post up on the streets to get your information out. See, some of y'all getting programmed. And some reinventing the program that the straight hair, the ghost, the Portuguese, the Dutch, the French, the German put on the niggas, put on the Indians. They stay showing y'all pictures and showing y'all little excerpts from books and stuff like that. Right? But they're not talking political. You know? Y'all still stuck in the same program where you go against, you know, your nation member. You go against one that look like you instead of going against the one who colonized. That's the program. You go against one that look like you instead of going after the one that colonized in right mind. Because re-identification of yourself as a black Indian and you from this tribe, ooh, did you holler at those tribes? Did you holler at those chiefs? These niggas telling y'all who y'all are, but did they holler at they chiefs? They calling these niggas that's doing these internet videos and got these channels, they calling them chiefs, and they not a chief of nothing. Now, if you being called chief because I was called chief, right? Growing up, Chief J. This is the 90s, yo. You know what I'm saying? But chief got everything to do with respect that you get growing up. It's easy to toss them words on the internet, but we don't know what type of people these dudes was growing up. What was they really true to? You will never find out. As far as y'all know, these niggas always been Indians. Playing on your heartstrings. Hold on, this is a fat ass roach right here. I gotta try to get this bitch lit. My shit running out of butane. But yeah, you don't know what type of dudes these cats was growing up, right? Re-identification of yourself, reclaiming, the reclamation of yourself is political. That's when paperwork really should be started. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, are they really gonna let black people do that? You understand what I'm saying? But the question I asked, are y'all reaching out to these tribes today? See, they talking to you like it's a mystery. You know what I'm saying? It's a Scooby-Doo episode. Did you know? Did you know that you was originally a black Indian? Them niggas told you you was Negro, you was African American, and you was African, and you ain't none of that. You just a black Indian. And now niggas is like, yeah. All right. So now to shoot a black Indian, now what? Because the straight hairs is getting the money, right? And that's what I want to go into. That's what I want to go into. Okay. I wrote down a little bit of information because these new wave Indian scholars, man, that don't even look like you, they probably not even black. When I'm listening to their voices, I'm trying to like, these niggas black. Some of them not. Some of them straight hair. You know what I'm saying? Some of them telling you they Indians and trying to tell you you the original. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to make them respect it. You got to make them respect the whole source. And this is where the information is serious at. Who you are every day. Not what your video is about. You know what I'm saying? Who you are every day. Right? Who you are every day. Because y'all should have some type of organization. Black Indian organization that's respected. When it come down to the Cherokee controversy, niggas was talking to the Cherokee controversy. Watch, I'm going to show you what the chief today said. And he was born in 1974. We about the same age, and you're gonna see his mind state today. So y'all talking about 1800s. We talking about the mind state of today with the United States imprint on a nigga brain. With the United States microchip in the nigga brain. You understand? They got y'all in the past. They're not bringing y'all forward. So let's go in. Let's show you the chiefs. I'm talking about this is, colonial, post-colonial regime. Colonial, post-colonial brainwashing. Because when you go back to the Freedmens, right? When you go back to the Native Americans, see the Native Americans, or you want to say the Black Indian, what did y'all get? Y'all got Christianized first. You didn't just get educated, you got Christianized. What does that mean? I never heard of Jesus Christ before, but then they came and now I know who Jesus Christ is. I use his name. That's not my language, that's their language, but I identify with him. How? You dig what I'm saying? How do you identify? That's a program. Okay? That's a program. They not giving you no Native American, Black Indian, American Indian information where they're telling you what cracked off from 1776 all the way up to 2023, like they've been connected to the source. Go look at Dane Calloway's first 5 videos. Them shits is just to suggestively pull your heartstring. Because I'm just here to make you think. He said 98% of African Americans in America are in fact Native Indians. Now, in some cases, to prove their point, they want to come out with the 1828 Webster's definition on America. And this is how a nigga get caught up in the same circles, man. You keep saying 1828 definition of American is copper color now applied to copper color original Aboriginal people with Americans now apply to the Europeans that came over here. But what about the 1828 definition of Indian? And then Dan Calloway tell you that Indian from the West is older than Indian from the East. Nah, man. Nah, man. Cause see, common sense, nine mind, man. You in America, so you an American. How are you an Indian? But when you in India, you an Indian. See, the continent got the base of the term that you're calling yourself. How can you be original and they named this place original Indian and they named this place America? Then you put American Indian on it. Still, you stuck in the mind and the definition and the identification and the description and the classification of the Portuguese. But here it is. We as original, some people been reclassified re-identified, described by these straight hair albino races for the past 6,000 years. So that would include all the way back to the Greeks. Okay, you jump out of the Greeks, you got to go into the Phoenician and the darker straight-haired races, into the Ethiopian, the original Sun people. Within 6,000 years, it'll tell you white people only been on this planet for the last 6,000 years, at the most 8,000 years, compared to black people who've been here for millions of years. You don't know when the Indian got in America, though. We've been reclassified, you know what I'm saying, with all of these people that speak the romantic languages, that speak the Indo-European languages, Indo-Aryan languages, those languages, the British language, Anglo-Saxon, Germanic language, all of the same people, man. Go study their tongues. That's another thing they're not doing. You know what I'm saying? You're not really studying the tongue or the tongues of these people themselves. Science, modern science itself will tell you that all people So you sound real silly when you be like, we not connected to Africa. All people was created in Africa. Okay. The changes of the hue of the skin, right? Because it's not like skin is on the outside and have nothing to do with the inside. These are layers of your the number one organism, the greatest organism is your skin. Okay, on your body. Moving outside of the sun zone, the tropics, is what caused the mutations. Original human beings, right? Because if God wanted them to be anywhere else, it would have naturally happened like that. So you got to ask yourself, who was God? But okay, original human beings, the evolutions and revolutions of changes, transformations through genetics came and happened in Africa, right? It didn't happen in America. It didn't happen in South America. It didn't happen in India. It didn't happen in Asia. You understand what I'm saying? You got to understand the tropics. All right, so let's go in. Let's show. So what we want to do, map of the world. Let's move this down. The world with tropic zones. Boom. Okay, we're gonna go to images. And we're just gonna pick up a random. No, I'm not. I don't want it to be random. All right, this is great. This is great right here. Okay, this is perfect because it leads more to my understanding. Okay, so this whole green bar is the Tropic of Cancer, the Tropic of Capricorn at the tops, right? I forget which one is at the top. Maybe the Tropic of Cancer, the Tropic of Capricorn, whatever. And in the middle, right? So if they had you split this evenly, okay, you got the equator. Okay, then you got the prime meridian running down, which cuts the earth in half. This is running down in between West Africa and the Sahara. You dig what I'm saying? This green bar is very important because this is where melanin came from. Okay. So based on the prime meridian, okay, and the spot of the equator, Africa is right in the center of the planet Earth. Right in the center of the planet Earth, right? On its rotation, you got to understand also the axis of the Earth has changed. Okay? It changed from a 19.5 degree angle to a 23.5 degree angle, right? When Africa is rotating, okay? So you look at where Africa is in comparison to North America and South America. I'm talking about rotation. Africa feels all of the sun, right? You go through the sun zone, right? So you got South America should have more in the case of you melaninites than North America. People with Afro hair. Mexico should have originally people there with Afro hair. Okay? India, Arabia, the bottom of Arabia, Iraq, up in Australia, top of all, anything in that sun zone, the original people that was there should have Afro hair. Okay? So, based on that, and if they disagree, the New Age Indian scholars, I would like them to contest it. Contest it. North America is not in the tropics, so it cannot produce an original sunbeam, original being of melanin. Okay, we start talking about the ethers, but I'm not going to go on that when we're dealing with noon science and the WAPU. Okay. North America is outside of the sun zone. North Africa, okay, in fact, that's another point, okay, aside from the bottom of South Africa, right? North Africa is although it is Africa, was only Africa to the Romans. Okay, so what was under the Tropic of Cancer or Capricorn, whatever line that is, that's not Africa. South America, that's not Africa. Only Africa was the top, okay? And this was based on the Roman Empire. You got to understand. So what would these people call themselves within the sun zone? They wouldn't be Africans. Well, in the case of the Indians in North America, the American Indians, the Native Americans, in that case, I would prefer to say Native Americans because you're talking about North America. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about North America. When you say American Indian, then you're saying a type of American that came from India by way of the definition, by way of the name of the continent. Okay? So I hope you understand what I'm saying when I give you this information. You can go study it yourself. It's not like I'm trying to be fanciful. You know what I'm saying? You can go study this yourself. Go look up eumelanin. Go look up pheomelanin. Okay, if they say that original human beings didn't come out of Africa and seeded North America, then we need to know where the black Indians came from in North America. They'll never prove that. They'll never tell you that. You got you melanin skin. You got you melanin because, nigga, we came out of Africa. And the eumelanin is so strong that when we crossed over into America, we retained. You understand? It's hereditary. That's deep. You gotta think about that. We're not originally from America, but when we came into America, our genes is hereditary. We can reproduce being eumelaninites. We can reproduce the nappy hair. We can transform a straight haired being into a wavy hair being, a curly hair being, into a nappy hair being. I mean, you got tumbling genes, but yeah. And what I mean by that is a brother get with a white girl, have a son. He's mixed. But that son go with a black girl, right? Have that baby. And then that baby, say it's another son, get with a black girl. White girl gone. 4 times that white girl would be gone. The original great grandmother would be gone. You wouldn't even be able to know. You'd be like, that's not your grandmother. It is though. That's how powerful dominant eumelanin is dominant. So y'all talking about African, Indian, these identifiers, you know what I mean? That's the program in North America. That's the United States program code on your mind. You ain't talked to these chiefs. Let's talk to these chiefs, man. Let's see what these chiefs is looking like today. They want you stuck in the past. You feel what I'm saying? So let's go back. Wow. All right. Let's go back. We want to look at first. Because, you know, all the letter C tribes, the Choctaws, the Chickasaw, you know, the Creek, the Cherokee, you know what I'm saying? They was down with the United States. We can look at that right quick. Because all you got to do is go to the war 1812. You know, they want to tell you what we looking like and all that, but they don't tell you the real history. And not telling you the real history of what happened. 60 Years War. So I'm going to just span through this right quick, right? Because you looking at it like I'm looking at it. So your eyes should be able to move fast. The Tecumseh's Confederacy. Okay. Territorial changes, right? Anglo-American. Spanish control over West Florida. Tecumseh's Confederation. Okay. Now here's the belligerents. Now look who the allies is with the United States. They'll tell you, like the dude said, Dude said, well, he said, the Cherokee chief, his name is Chuck Hoskin Jr. He said he never got any information where they aligned with the Confederates. You know, at this time, I don't think it's a union and a confederacy. I think it's just the union. You dig what I'm saying? Nah, it's gotta be some South because the slavery is still going on. Slavery is not even done yet. So retract that statement. But here you go. Okay. So you got the United Kingdom on the right side. You got Tecumseh's Confederacy, right? Allies with Tecumseh's Confederacy, right? This is what you got cracking off. Okay. So if y'all one of these tribes, right? Y'all one of these tribes, where does your mind put you at in this 1812 war? Because if you Choctaw, Cherokee, Laurel Creek, and Seneca, what are you fighting for? You dig what I'm saying? What are you fighting for? You got to ask yourself that. Okay, so let's go down on the Allies of the Tecumseh's Confederacy. This history, this American history, right? Boom, look at that. He down with all the Native Americans. With the important ones anyway. Okay, you go down, boom, they tell you what cracked off. Do we know that this is really true? Don't know, but this is the stats. Okay, the war 1812, and it goes into the information right there. You know, when 1812 came, Tecumseh was like, man, we had enough. After they got Tecumseh, it dropped. That's when the Indian Removal Act. So Tecumseh is the last stronghold for the Native Americans to hold their land. Okay. Now, if you calling these tribes Black Indian tribes, you got to come with better information than just showing them pictures that's being upgraded through AI technology. You got to go into the history, bruh. And we not seeing no history. We seeing y'all niggas hijack little books that you finding on Google and you give with us excerpts, right? And then you trying to romanticize and suggest things that's playing on the heartstrings of those who don't really research. They just want to claim and identify themselves. You know what I'm saying? But you're not really bringing no information. That's the War 1812. Okay, origin. All right, origin. So when you start getting to who you are today, it ain't just about who you are. It's more than that, right? It's more than that. So I'm gonna show y'all who y'all need to be talking to. You know what I'm saying? The first war is the Pequot War. You know what I'm saying? And what happened up in Boston, the New England states, especially Boston, the Boston Massacre, all of that stuff. And when they came in here, they was banging. They was banging. They was banging on the Indians. Cowboys and Indians banging on the Native Americans. All right. So let's see the result of that. Because y'all saying y'all the original ones. Y'all should be in an uproar with this shit right here. Okay. First, let's go to, give me a minute. That's what I want right there. So we're going to go to Chief Chuck. There you go right there. Boom. Executive Branch Principal Chief Chuck Hoskins Jr. Let's see if this is the one where he said it might be. Okay, there go the language right there. Okay, Chuck Hoskins Jr. This is the chief today. Okay, now if I seen him on the streets, now we all cloaked, right? Now he look like he could be an Eskimo, he could be a Mexican, he can be, you know what I'm saying? I guess a Native American. You dig what I'm saying? But he's straight haired though. This is the point I'm trying to make. If you're not connected to no African Black Indian, who then, you feel me? Chuck Hoskins Jr. serves as the principal chief of the Cherokee Nation, the largest tribe in the United States with more than 450,000 citizens. Okay. He was Cherokee Nation Secretary of State and also served as a member and deputy speaker of the Council of the Cherokee Nation. As principal chief, he increased minimum wage at Cherokee Nation and Cherokee Nation businesses and secured the largest language investment in the tribe's history to expand Cherokee cultural preservation. Dan Calloway, what are you doing? What are you doing for your people, my brother? Hold on, man. Yeah, Dan Calloway, I mean, like, what is you doing for your peoples, man? Okay. What did I find? Why y'all not getting at this dude right here, talking to him? You know, letting him know he not the right one. He not the right chief. That Dan Calloway is the chief of the Cherokees. You feel me? Was it his Wikipedia? Let's go back. Let's see if it was his Wikipedia where he said it could be right here. There we go, right there. Okay. They go with his little information right there, preceded by Chuck Hoskins. Okay. This must be his dad. Okay. Now, he looked more white than his son. That's, you know, his son, Chuck Hoskins Jr. Yep. Look. So who they? They mixed in with the original black Indians. You know, like Mexicans mixed in with the black Indians. Like how you get this, right? White people mixed in, of course, right? You got white people in you. You feel what I'm saying? The white people just got a little, you know, got a little darker because of the mixture. But look, this is dad right here. Y'all talking to him? Nationality, American, Cherokee Nation. Boom. Okay, nationality. His look, his son, it don't even say nationality, it say Cherokee Nation. So dude American, he must be his father American, he must be mixed, or I don't know how they, you know. So early life and education. Okay. Here we go, right here, maybe. His views. Okay, so he says he told NPR in 2022 that he was not taught about the freedmen growing up. Okay, when was he born? 1974, 1975. So he grew up in the same era that we grew up in. You know what I'm saying? Depending on his TV, Soul Train was on, all the cartoons back in the day. You know what I'm saying? The 80s. He grew up in the 80s. MTV, right? He know about punk rock, heavy metal, Run DMC. You understand what I'm saying? He grew up in the 80s and the 90s. Okay. So he told, what it say? He told NPR in 2022 that he was not taught about the freedmen growing up. That's just like niggas not teaching their kids, you know, if they dads or their grandfathers was originally 5% nation members or had a high membership. I mean, you know, a high was leveled up in that organization, or the Black Hebrew Israelites, you know, the Nation of Islam. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't teach your son, and then the son don't teach the son or the daughter, right? And then you just Not thinking about it no more. That's the same. That's for everybody. You know what I mean? Black people in America don't look back on the 60s and be like, man, that was the greatest time for black people, black advancement, and uphold that on a pedestal. You feel what I'm saying? But you got also, you know, the 1960s was a future for people who was really going through it our people in the 1920s and the 1930s. And in that, you feel what I'm saying? So he was not taught about the freedmen growing up, that the Cherokee owned slaves. Okay, he wasn't taught that the Cherokee owned slaves, nor that the Cherokee sided with the Confederate States of America during the American Civil War. Nor uh, nor that the Cherokee sided with the Confederate States of America during the American Civil War. Hold on, when is the American Civil War? Let's look that up. And we'll jump back on Chuck Hopkins. American Civil War. We just want the date. Okay, so the American Civil War, it didn't, it didn't even kick off yet. It didn't even kick off yet. So I wouldn't even say, like I was saying, it wasn't a split yet like that, right? It wasn't a split like that. And then you got the War of 1812. So this is dealing with slavery right here, damn near. You feel what I'm saying? Like Black Indians. All right, let's go back. Let's see if we can go back to Chuck Hoskins. Yeah. Boom. So that's your man right there. That's the chief today. Now, hold on, cuz who was his secretary? Or he put this lady, Kim Teehee, she talking to Obama. This lets you know that they falling under civil rights as well, right? So her name is Kim Teehee. Cherokee Nation, yeah. That's her right there. We're gonna go now. We want to go. Well, yeah. Let's go on to the Cherokee website. Okay, that's her. You know, and they in government. You feel what I'm saying? They in government. I feel like, man, she not black. You understand? She not black. Stop playing. Now I feel like our sisters is trying to look like they've been looking like the straight hair racists for the past 20 years with this lace front shit. You know what I mean? We the original people, and that's what we need to get in our heads, because that's a fact. That's a fact. If you got 9 coily hair, right? They call it nappy hair, but 9 coily hair, sun hair. Your shit is an afro, right? You get down to the root of your shit, and your shit is a spiral like the DNA code. You original human color, right? Human color.
A color or shade.
Okay, see the definition of hue. We ain't gotta go deep. A color or a shade. All right, attribute of a color, human hue, right? Now, when you really want to get deep into this, you got to go into the electromagnetic spectrum to see what Webster's definition say. Overall character or appearance to the mind, complexion, aspect, color, hues, gradation of color, right? The attribute of colors that permits them to be classed as, okay, this is all sun stuff, right? So let's go back. Let's go back to your girl, though. Yeah, so she got a picture with Obama. Obama. Wow. Okay. There it is right there. Boom. On the Democratic side, on the civil rights side, when we the original Republicans. You understand what I'm saying? And see, when the black Indians in America cut themselves off from Africa, you cutting yourself up from all civilizations that ran through Arabia, the Moors. You know, you cutting yourself off from all of that. And I think that's ignorant. I think that's somebody that lacks comprehension, right? Because they telling you about their skewed perspective on American history, right? Betting that you really don't read. They betting that you really don't read, that you only look at they shit, but you don't read, or you're not intelligent, right? They give you this skewed perspective on black Indians in America, but don't give you proper, accurate history and connection to them in America, right? The information that they're giving you is not really aligning with the chronology of history that modern scientists have given you. And then they don't even tell you the origins. Okay. Our science, 9 science, deals with origins and terminations. Hey, you fuck with a motherfucker one day, you don't fuck with that motherfucker, right? But if you don't fuck with the motherfucker, why go back and forth with them? You see what I'm saying? Origins, but yeah, we was cool at one time. Something happened, we fell out. We ain't going back and forth. Origins and terminations. So, okay. Definition of origins.
Here's the definition of origin: the point or place where something begins, arises, or is derived.
Okay. So this is what y'all talking about. Y'all talking about aboriginal. Original goes to origin. All right. The point or place where something begins, arises, or is derived. You can go deeper into that. You understand what I'm saying? But basically, the starting point. So I'm saying no, black people didn't start in America. There is no people called black Indians in America that was born in America or originated in America and have no connection to Africa. That's false. So Selena said he can prove it. I want to see him prove it. Okay. So we showed you the Cherokee. These are Cherokee representatives along with the chief. We showed you his dad, right? So when it comes down to the black Cherokees, what part of time are y'all in when y'all talk about black Cherokees? Okay, so let's get down to the Choctaw. Let's see if it's the Choctaw. Who's next? Yeah, so Choctaw Nation, Chief Gary Batten. Boom.
According to Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma, Chief Gary Batten. Gary Batten is the 47th Chief of the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma.
47 Chief of the Choctaw Nation. That's your look. Come on, man. This what y'all aligning to. But it looked like that when you look at the War of 1812. You feel what I'm saying? When you look at the War 1812, the Choctaw Nation was allied with the United States. He looked like General United States. Okay, he the 47th president. So what's up with the 46, the 46 original? You dig me? 1987 with a business management degree. Okay, and he the deputy director at the Choctaw Nation Housing Authority. This is getting paid. Okay, now if you standing around a reservation where shit is reserved and is run down and things of that nature, where you gotta act like you the chief. You gotta have you a big house. Everybody don't have to have a big house. Check it out. You don't hear about none of this information from my bad. None of this information from Chief Dan Calloway. This is the day's information on the Indians. Okay? That's your guy right there. This is Choctaw Nation. Okay? Let's see if we can get some other pictures of them. Boom. Come on, man. That's an American Indian, Native American right now. How old is this dude? He look like he used to go to Disco 54. Boom. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying, where is the black Indians at, man? Okay? Y'all not even wearing none of these shirts. Right? So that's the Choctaw and the Cherokee Nation right there. Come on, Dan Calloway. Come on, legendary Top Cats, man. Y'all talking about the Pan-Africans? Y'all talking about black people because they want to go back and be around black people? You dig what I'm saying? You don't want to be connected to black people that look like you. You want to be totally separated. And this is what you want to be a part of? You got a lot to prove, not to us, Dan Calloway, or legendary Top Cats, or So Selena. You feel what I'm saying? You got a lot more to prove. Because this is if y'all claiming any of them C tribes. Right? My great-grandfather carried the name Tecumseh. Okay? That's why I brought up the War of 1812. That's on my great-grandfather's paperwork. His middle name. And his is spelled Tecumseh. And that's probably the original name of Tecumseh. They put Tecumseh. It's probably Tecumseh. That's the Choctaw and the goddamn Cherokee chief today. We got another one to peep out now. He got a little color to him too. You know, Jack Austin Jr. I think that's the vice. Let's check out Jack Austin Jr. I think that's my man's right hand man. Choctaw Nation, Jack Austin Jr. Yeah, Jack Austin Jr. Okay. Jack Austin. Choctaw Nation. That's what's cracking on. Them pictures that y'all showing, because y'all saying this is what an Indian look like. But he gotta be from a tribe. So half of the time y'all don't even tell us the tribe. Because the tribe is not mentioned on the picture that you showing. You understand what I'm saying? Choctaw Nation, Creek Nation, Cherokee Nation, Chickasaw Nation that allied with the United States. You dig what I'm saying? This is American history. That's the right hand man. Boom. Look, these is American Indians. And if you say, no, it's not, that's not the original. Okay, why are you proving that to us? Because our information give us information that cover Africa and America. Y'all just stuck in America. That's how, when you disconnect from the umbilical cord blue, we want to see how you originated yourself. What wombs of creativity did you come up out of? Right? Just the Choctaw Nation. Okay? Intertribal Council of the Choctaw Nation. Man, I bet you didn't expect to see this. Right? And they getting that money. When Dan Calloway said, y'all owned reparations, he said 98% of us are owed millions. They're getting the millions right now. They're getting the millions right now. You dig me? Okay? We got one more to look at. Look at Muskogee Chief. Choctaw Nation. Boom. His name is Muskogee Creek Chief David Hill. Boom. That's him right there. Okay. You see, y'all talking to any of these chiefs. These are the chiefs today. Not somebody today with just the feathered hair piece on. You know what I'm saying? These modern times, man. Look. Let me see if I can remember. Shawnee Chief Ben Barnes.
According to Shawnee Indian Mission Foundation, Ben Barnes is the chief of the Shawnee tribe, the 5,000-year-old tribe that shared its name and land with the mission and sent many of the first students to the mission school 186 years ago.
Ben Barnes. Okay. I forget his assistant's name, but there we go. There we go. That's exactly what I was looking for right here. All right, so these are the chiefs of the Shawnee tribe. Okay. And this picture is significant to me because it proves what I'm trying to say. Okay. If the original Black Indians is Roy Baldridge, right? Because that's what y'all trying to say by way of the pictures. That it's a copper-colored brother with afro hair. Okay? Is the original people. How did it switch around? And Dane Calloway said history was given to us in reverse. All right? How did they step into the place and become the owners of the original people? You understand what I'm saying? These are the chiefs today of the Indian tribes that they talk about that they come from, the Black Indians. By way of this picture, you see it was some hocus pocus going on, right? So I would like the New Age scholars, especially Selena, to reverse this. Put Roy Baldridge in the place of Ben Barnes and then tell us the true history instead of skimming through books. All right? And then one last thing. Can somebody write to these chiefs and let them explain where the Black Indians fit into American history? And with that being said, hey man, stay supreme black as always, man. 9 ether all day, every day. Right knowledge, 9 mind, right wisdom, right understanding, right knowledge. You know what I mean? Peace.